Okay, the recording has started.
Okay.
I'll do the normal intro, like I said, make a joke about you being dead, and then we'll, I guess, get to the rest of it.
Alright.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Gamer Geek here, and today I am joined by a very special guest back from the grave. It is Comic Books versus the World.
That's right, I'm a ghost.
You are a ghost. Now, comics, for the video, because again, like I've told you before we recorded, everybody was very concerned about your well-being. For all the marbles, are you dead? Yes or no?
Yes, I am. I'm actually a ghost.
Okay, and there you have it. He's dead. All right, so now everybody can stop trying to send me well wishes and, like, you know, different memorial things about your YouTube channel, because it's been established you're dead. We had the service already. You're gone. You're toast.
Yeah. Just a fun fact for everybody watching this: if you play back all of Gamer Geek's videos backwards, you can actually hear "I buried comics."
That's actually something someone has said to me. Someone's actually told me, like, oh, you can see, like, hints about what he did to his brother. Like, people, like, legitimately had lore going that I murdered you.
Yeah, well, you see, it all started after a car crash, and then he found a sound alike that carried over into the channel, and then that guy gave up. And but it just sort of, Sergeant peppered in a couple Easter eggs, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, people, like, at some point, people legitimately stopped, like, thinking it was like, some people have actually been like, oh, is he really, like, in a basement somewhere? Like, it's not a joke, you're just, like, crying for help, like, I don't know what to do past this point. You definitely died, you came back as a ghost, that is the lore. Okay, so.
Yep, that is the new lore.
So this is the Flash in Unreal Engine 5. As you've already said, the buildings look like a waterfront Old English town. That's because these aren't the final buildings. This is just me testing out Quixel materials. Anyone that uses Unreal Engine will know Quixel is like mega scans. They just have really detailed, as you can see, like models. So that's why I was using these, just to test out the city. But yeah, this is Unreal Engine 5. Big step up from 4, I think. It looks a lot more realistic than Central City did in the last version of the Flash game. The lighting,
Yeah, it does look pretty good.
The lighting is pretty solid. I have a lot of different weather controls that we're going to be doing for the city. Like, obviously, you get the animated time of day. The lighting is really nice and crisp when you throw in, like, different levels of light or different, like, time settings and things like that. I was showing people earlier you can have, like, you know, different cloud coverage depending on the day. This is definitely a Gotham look with all the fog, I think. Gotham needs to look
more like an old-timey English town.
Yeah, now it does. This is definitely a horror game setting right here. But like I said, this is definitely what I'm going for with Gotham. Just foggy and depressing, and a place nobody would want to live, but everyone seems to stay in anyway.
Yeah, make it a Gotham by Gaslight type.
Hey, there you go. That's an idea.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'll show you the gameplay. Right now, the default player is civilian clothes Barry Allen. The Flash and all the Flash models have to be re-rigged to Unreal Engine 5 skeletons. That's how I'm doing it, because Unreal Engine 5 skeleton has a different bone structure than Unreal Engine 4, so it takes a little bit of work to kind of re-import everything. I have to set everything to Unreal Engine 5's skeleton, just because I want everything to match on the same skeleton rig. So I know there's other ways to do it. That's just how I'm doing it. But this is Barry in Unreal Engine 5.
He looks like somebody in like a GTA beta.
He does have a little bit of a GTA vibe to him. I'm not entirely done with him yet, but if you remember, I don't know if you remember this joke, but in the second beta of the Flash game, when you could play as civilian clothes Barry Allen, his rigging didn't really turn out correctly that well. Like it was fine, but it wasn't perfect. And one of the issues that it caused was that his ass stuck out like a ginormous amount, and that's what made him thick-ass Barry. So now there's no thick-ass Barry, it's regular-ass Barry.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Is he going to turn into, or are you going to have another model like what Slender Flash?
Oh, Slender Flash is 100% staying in the game. I don't care what I do for the game. Slender Flash is staying.
Like how Morrison's got all jacked up and he turned it into its own character. He made Slender Flash his own thing.
So is there going to be just a thick-ass Barry?
Yeah, thick-ass Barry.
I mean, thick-ass Barry could absolutely be a thing.
Yeah, why not? Tell everybody watching this needs to start just commenting, spam the comments, put hashtag thick-ass Barry in it. Just show your support. Say, hey, we want this character in the game.
I sincerely hope people don't actually do that, but
I sincerely hope they do. You know, for the Ghost in memoriam
for the Ghost in memoriam. Yeah, that's right. In memory of Ghost Comics. So
yeah, that's right.
This is the Flash. You know, he's.
Somebody's gonna jump into you in Discord. They're gonna put like the Ghostbusters logo, but they're gonna put a Deadpool mask on it.
That'd be funny.
That'll be the new channel icon. I'll make that my new channel icon as soon as we can get one to look. put the Ghostbusters logo, but make it the Dr. Deadpool face.
Oh God. But yeah, so here's the the Flash game so far. So one of the changes I made to Barry, besides giving him a normal ass, is the fact that his speed is now a toggle rather than press and hold to make it run.
Okay.
Because, I mean, people are going to be sprinting for like 30 minutes at a time. I don't want people destroying their hands or controllers holding that down for so long. Someone keeps messaging me on Discord, and they have to knock it off because it's bothering the hell out of me now. All you're going to hear throughout the video is just like the beeping of Discord notifications. But yeah, so pressing the button, you see the body static showing up. God damn, there's another message. I swear to God.
That's actually really cool.
You like the body static?
Yeah, the static and the lightning crackles right around him because it looks just like the show. There will be times, I mean, you've seen it, there will be times when he's like getting ready to go and he's just standing there, but like, the energy's coming off.
Yeah.
I feel like that fits a little bit more than where you had it the last time. The last time was pretty good, but this looks more like the show. The camera's not, whooshing, and the sound effects aren't doing the thing yet. It's just, it just gives you the feeling like you're ready to go without actually moving yet. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
I totally get it. And that's like a visual, like you said, it's him getting ready to go in the show. And so in the game, it's like a visual indicator that your Speed Force is active, like your connection is strong. So that way, like when you start, who the fuck is messaging me right now? So, hold on. Who keeps messaging me? Who keeps...
I just like everything that we're saying right now is going to make it into the videos.
Everything we're saying right now will make it into the video. It's just somebody keeps messaging me on Discord, and I don't know who it is.
Just like we're talking about the game, and then it just randomly cuts to black, and you're just yelling.
I just don't know who the hell is like messaging me.
Wait. If Discord wants to use your microphone.
Oh, wow. Wait. Okay, did it work? Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you actually.
Oh, hey. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll just cut, and we'll just start using the. We'll just start using my regular microphone.
All right, I just hung up on you then. Yeah. So for people that I'm not cutting this, by the way, this is the actual. I'm like just like my last video that I did with the music guy that I have. There's someone still messaging me. I just keep hearing that notification.
Can't you just turn off the notifications then? Also, actually, here, real quick before you answer that, so I have my microphone set up. It's pretty much right in front of the computer. I just want to make sure when you talk, you don't also hear yourself or something. You know what I mean? Like if we talk at the same time, is it going to be? Do you hear yourself?
Oh no, I hear
through my thing.
I hear like all of it. Like so, I'll have you on a separate track and then me on a separate track. Like we'll have two separate audio tracks. So we'll hear each other talk over each other. Like it'll be like a normal conversation. So for anybody that's definitely confused about what just happened, he was on a phone because he couldn't get his microphone to work this whole time. So he was recording through a phone that I just had placed near the mic so that they would pick him up. And then halfway through the video, while I was getting spammed by whoever the fuck was messaging me on Discord, I will get to the bottom of that. All I did was I found the button to disable sound notifications. But somebody... was messaging me, and in the middle of that, Comics figured out how to work his mic all of a sudden. So
no, my microphone worked fine. Discord wasn't working right. I just got the notification said, "Oh, do you want to use your microphone?" Yes, that thing that I've been trying to set up the last 5 minutes before we started. Yes, I want to use the microphone.
And it's gonna be a great video.
You can hear me.
This is
So
gonna be
yeah, so the first half of that is going to sound like garbage, and the next part of however long this conversation goes is going to sound decent enough. I don't know.
Hey, this is gonna be a great video. That's all I'm saying. Because again, I don't cut this like I did with Clapper in the last time when I was showing the superhero game. It's uncut. It's just our conversation because that's what people like.
You're more
Is like,
Discord now.
no, I turned off the Discord notification sound.
No,
So now,
well, maybe it was on my end then. I definitely
was it on you? Was it on you this whole time that I heard through the phone? I was going nuts looking at my Discord. I could not see any messages, but I kept hearing the noise. Was it you the whole time? Are you kidding me?
No, it's yeah, I think it was you because I did, like I told you, I didn't have my computer speaker on because my microphone wasn't working. So
I was like, you're lucky because if it was you, I was about to be pissed.
Well, what are you gonna do? I'm a ghost. Remember that?
That's true. I will bring you back. I will alive you just so I can re-kill you.
Well, you're gonna clone me? You're gonna clone a new
that's
body from
already a part of the lore. Apparently, that's where like reverse Geek and reverse Mrs. Geek come from. Like that's like bad clones or something like that. By the way, no stopping at any time. I'm breaking the rules.
That's it. But hey, speaking of, hey, that was actually my thing for the comeback video. I never ended up finishing.
So what? That you were a clone or something?
Yeah, that your home base was Castle Dracula from the Van Helsing movie.
Oh yeah, and then you break out. That's right.
Yeah, and then I was getting cloned in the basement or something, and it was gonna be like a bunch of flashes of like, you know, I made new animations for my for the Dr. Deadpool avatar thing, you know, for the videos. He blinked and moved around now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I put a whole bunch of like thumbnails for different videos that I had written that I was getting ready to record, or I had stuff recorded already, and then like a couple other shots of like different shows and movies of stuff that there's supposed to be hints of things like I was gonna do videos on, and then I never ended up finishing any of it. So.
All right, well, I recommend you finish it then because people have been bugging me about you uploading. So.
I'd like to finish it. It'd work. I just got bogged down with a bunch of work.
But yeah, so this is
day job work. To be clear for anybody watching, because they're gonna go, oh well, yeah. I had a couple of people before a while ago like, oh, isn't YouTube your job? I wish it was my job. That would
right.
That would have been so nice. But no, I have a day job, and I'm getting bogged down by a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, they definitely screwed you over on that. But aside from day jobs, onto somebody who apparently doesn't have one anymore because I haven't seen him go to work in a very long time. We have the Flash.
Yep, there he goes.
And he's running his running in.
Look for a job.
That's right, on his way. I mean, he apparently is still a goddamn like forensic scientist. I don't know because we don't see him go to work ever.
But, you know, he's busy. He's got superhero stuff.
That's right. His lightning trail is an improvement from the last one because something I did different in Unreal Engine 5 versus the Unreal Engine 4 versions of the game. I used a like uniform sampling thing. So what that does is it basically spawns particles in a very like even distribution around his body. So rather than the old versions where lightning streamed like exclusively from his head and then like a couple lightning bolts here and there from his like arms and legs, now it's like a nice uniform just wall of lightning behind him like in the show. Nice like orange color, so I think that's an improvement right there. But the biggest improvement, I don't know if you remember this, the biggest improvement though, people said Central City was too flat. They said the city was too flat, wasn't interesting, right? Well,
no hills or anything, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, which to be fair, the city didn't have hills to begin with, but people wanted like overpasses.
The Badlands, like right outside the town. Remember, outside
like,
the city.
I mean, like what kind of town is it? In all honesty, but it had like a beach attached to it at one point or something. But like this made me add a road that goes up, so now I can have roads that are like bridges and like overpasses and highways and things. So you can run up and down and over. And look at that, you can run up. There's elevation now.
Oh, see, everybody, this is why he needed to switch Unreal Engine versions. This is why right here. This is next gen graphics right now. We got a road that goes up and then it goes down. And
then it also has.
Also, I'm pretty sure there are overpasses in the city.
I don't remember seeing any, but you can.
In the first season.
In the first season, no one cares about the first season. We care about season. We care about season 2.
I like season 2 too.
Season 2 is the best, but
I also even like season 3 now.
Season 3.
Yeah.
Some would even say they like season 4.
I mean, I kind of like season 4, but then I got to the end of season 4, and I was like, that's bad.
But yeah, that's why we're making a game to rewrite season 4.
That's right.
But yeah, so the streets, the buildings, like obviously the buildings, like I said, aren't going to be completely the same. Like they're going to look different than this. This is just to test out the procedural generation stuff. But like all in all, everything looks a lot better. A lot of people's like complaints of the second game or the second version of the game have been like addressed with like elevation for streets, better graphics, and better performance too. Because one of the things I wanted to get out of this game was a very solid performance for the game. So I actually have an FPS counter that shows up on screen. So you can see in the far right that when I'm moving around, the game never drops below 60 FPS.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's without a lot of optimization options, like turning down graphic settings and stuff. So just like by default right now, like a full, or at least half a city, I would say, because Central City is probably going to be double the size. With a full city loaded in, good graphics, good lighting, you know, full speed running around, you don't drop below 60 FPS without optimization. Like I think that's a pretty good start for having the game run. So I think Unreal Engine 5 was definitely a good move. I put it off for a really long time for no reason at all now that I think about it. But all in all, I think it's a nice leap forward for the Flash game. Curious, because like I said, you are a ghost. You've been dead. What are your thoughts on what's happening for the Flash game?
So I definitely like everything that you're showing me right now. I think this works out a lot better because one of the things I never got to tell you before I was unalived. I don't know if we're allowed to use certain terms on YouTube these days, but unalived, we'll go ahead with that. That the beta 1, I think I did beta in the beta 2. It just kind of ran really slow even on my PC, and you helped me build my PC. You know, it's a pretty good one. Yeah. So definitely seeing the performance now, like how well it's running here, I think this one's gonna work a lot better. Playing it, once I can get a clone body, of course, and I can actually go back to
once you can hold a controller. Once you can hold a controller.
Well, yeah. Once I can do all that, then I think it'll run a lot smoother on my PC than the other ones did. So that's looking a lot better. I like the like I said, I like the lightning trail. I like the lightning effects for when he's just standing around. I would say my only thing is while he's running, if I don't know how to say it, like the lightning effect, maybe it's not on his face when he's running. Does that make sense? So like if you turn it on right now and he stands still, like you can see it, so it looks really cool like that, right? But then when you start moving, it, like just because there's a lot of other effects going on, it almost looks like it's kind of getting in front of his face and covering up the face some.
Oh, like where the sparks are, they're like in front of his face?
Yeah, I don't know. Looking at it again, I'm wondering if it might have just been the angle, the camera angle, but yeah, just as long as you can see the face, because I'm sure once he's running around in the suit, like what do you have the other stuff imported yet?
I do not yet. Okay, right now we just have regular ass Barry.
Yeah, once you start importing those other ones, just to kind of make sure you don't obscure those models because they looked really good.
Right.
The other one. Yeah, this one looks good too, but the other ones look good.
I mean, I think the Barry Allen skin's definitely an improvement over Beta 2.
Yeah, I like his haircut.
Yeah. I mean, it's the season 4 haircut, short and like kind of pushed up off his big 5 head. So
it's more windswept, It's just kind of like brushed a little bit more, I think.
Well,
this one's just short.
This one's just short. I mean, there's more texture in it, but like at the moment, it's kind of low res to like save memory space. But like, yeah, it is just kind of short. But all in all,
is it moving? Like, is the hair moving?
Vaguely, just a little tiny bit. Like,
I mean, it adds to it though. It looks really cool.
Just enough to like show like a little bit of movement in the hair, just a little bit of a jiggle, because there you can put like hair, you can put like cloth physics on like hair and things like that to like let them sway a little bit. So yeah, just a tiny bit.
How difficult is it going to be? Like so when you're going to start importing everything, I guess at some point. From the old one into this one, how difficult is it going to be to remake the mini games and like the other stuff that you had already had set up before?
It's not going to be too hard. A lot of the mini games are going to get updated with like the new city, but like, I mean, for the most part, it'll be relatively easy to just recreate everything.
Yeah.
Things like Chase, Reverse Flash, and whatever, those games will have a better setup now that the roads are going to be, I think, a lot wider and easier to navigate for people. You won't be like, I'll have wall running designated to a specific button prompt so people won't accidentally be shooting up the side of a building chasing after him. So yeah, and running combat is going to be a little bit different because now I'm including a little trigger box so that when Barry is he's within range of an enemy that is like running away from him, like, you know, reverse flash or like an enemy speedster or whatever, you can press the button prompt to like dash over and like whack at him. And so like running combat will be a little bit different. It'll be less focused on chasing them and more on like actual combat while you're running. Running is less of the focus, if that makes sense. It's more on like timing attacks and trying to accumulate damage.
Yeah,
So,
I think I know what you're talking about. I definitely want to see it, but
Right.
I think I have an idea what you're talking about.
And then last but not least, the thing to mention, as you can see, the world is entirely just flat and open. That is because cities will be like short run away from each other. So as you can see, this is Barry's like default speed is fast. You can get around pretty easily with it, but it's not his full speed. His full speed will have a particle effect like a sonic boom that I'm working on. It'll be like a little sonic boom, and then you'll like rocket off. It'll like double this speed, and you'll like rocket away, and that will be the speed that you can use to like free roam around. So you can run away from Central City, come over here to like, you know, Star City or whatever, and then go over this way to like Gotham City, go back the other way to. It's the same setup as the superhero project. Cities will be in different locations from each other, and you'll be freely able to kind of go back and forth between them using super speed to get to and from. So I think that's probably one of the best things I'm working on is having, because like I said, like this city over here will be its own thing. Once you get a certain distance away, I'm going to have it just completely fade out of view, and then a new city will load up in front of you. So just like Superhero Project, I'm trying to reduce the use of loading screens or just get rid of them entirely if possible, and have the Flash kind of be a seamless game experience where you can kind of explore the CW world, or at least, you know, however the best way that I can interpret the CW world within the context of a video game.
Well, remember, there's going to be a couple of them, so we know where. I mean, we kind of had an overall idea of where certain locations were before all the worlds kind of merged together after the Crisis crossover.
Right.
And I know in the I guess you can call it treatment, the story, the treatment, whatever that I gave you, the initial notes had a whole bunch of different locations. You had Gorilla City on Earth 2. You had National City. You had Gotham. You had, you know, a couple other places. So how many of those are you confirming are going to be in, you know, maybe another beta or at the end of the game?
Well,
at the end of the development process.
With the next beta, all of them, because procedural generation for cities, like this city that you're seeing right here, because of the tools I have accessible to me with Unreal Engine 5, this city right here, I'd say took around an hour to make. And like for an hour of work just to like prototype something, I'd say that looks pretty damn good for the size it is, for how many buildings there are, and like I said, for the fact that it literally only took about an hour. So once I get actual building models ready, I think, you know, you could easily knock out, as long as I get like a kind of a certain architecture style set for each type of, or for each individual city, like Star City, Central City, each will have their own style of building. I think it would be real quick, real painless to knock out 5-6 cities in like a day. Just a general prototype kind of outline of what each city will look like.
And that's including, you think, with the, I guess, like a more, what's it, like the definitive buildings for each one that you have to see, like you'd have to see, I don't know, like I think,
are you talking like Central City PD and?
Yeah, and like I think in the Elseworlds crossover, you had like a Wayne Enterprises building in Gotham.
Right. Yeah.
So are you gonna? So you're gonna have those thrown in there too?
Oh yeah, those unique buildings like that will definitely be thrown in. Those won't be included in the procedural generation. I'll just have to kind of find spots in the city relative to where like the building should be located. So, you know, I'll have to be a little creative where I throw those buildings in. But yeah, I'll have to place those down by hand, like give them a little bit of like extra like attention, because I don't want to like accidentally spawn, you know, Wayne Enterprises in the middle of like a residential area. just a couple of houses, and your next door neighbor has like a fucking $1 billion tower standing next to you. So
Right.
got to pay a little more attention to where that goes. But like things like that, I can put down by hand. But yeah, important buildings like jitters, CCPD, all that stuff, like all that, I'll be putting down by hand because I'm making those buildings myself in Blender as we speak. So I'll be placing those down. Star Labs, obviously, that's another big one. All that's going to be kind of placed around relative to where the show kind of puts it in terms of like location.
Okay. Yeah, I think that. I think that sounds good. I'm just trying to picture how it's going to look right now because right now you're just sort of you're running around in circles on the road. But I'm visualizing the city. How
right?
It's gonna
Yeah.
look
No. This is absolutely just a prototype kind of like test to see like how the procedural generation will work for a city on like a big scale using Megascan's assets and things like that to really get and like testing the road to like see how elevation looks, which I actually have to say I like it more than I thought I would. Because I was like, okay, like, yeah, I was like, okay, I'm running up and down. Who cares? But then I was like running up here and like kind of overlook. I was like, okay, that's actually pretty cool. Like coming up to the edge of the bridge and like looking out at the city, that's actually pretty awesome. And so I think that's a really smart like thing to do. So like a lot of people in the community suggested doing that. They said to add a lot more elevation. I mean, it actually is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it looks like he's running like he just ran back in time to his old-timey English town or waterfront town.
Hey man, I can't help that Megascans only has old-timey waterfront town buildings.
But there you go. There's an extra mission in there somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, go back in time to old-timey Central City.
Yeah. No, there you go. But he goes back in time and finds a Batman chasing Jack the Ripper. There's your side.
Hey, there you go. Right, he goes to Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah, and why is Batman there? I don't know, but he runs back and there's Batman there.
See, I do like that. Okay, so this was the Flash, Unreal Engine 5, kind of peek at what I've been doing. Everything obviously looks very realistic, but like I have to like hone in what the style of each city looks like, as we've established. Like no waterfront towns. Thank you very much. But what are your final thoughts on like what to expect for Unreal Engine 5 Flash? Like, what are your thoughts on it? Like, final closing thoughts.
Like closing thoughts on what you've shown me, or closing thoughts
just on
anything I want to throw in about the script?
On both.
Yeah. All right. So I think as far as what you're showing me and what you've told me, I'm very excited to see what the rest of this is going to look like once there's more. Once you start importing everything from the other versions of the game into this one, when Barry gets his hair back, when you have the other characters to play as and run around, I think the city's definitely going to look a lot better, just a lot more. I don't know, not unique, but just a lot like just different. You know what I mean? It's gonna look different in a good way with the elevation and the changes you were talking about, like to how the city's going to generate. I'm kind of curious to see how you're going to do the animation for when he decides to run from city to city, just because in the, I don't know if everybody's still commenting, like doing a comparison to this and the Techo version of the Flash game, like his Flash game, Arrowverse game, but like how that one was, if you ran to different locations, if you ran to different Earths, you would run and then it would just sort of cut away to like a big map with a bunch of different Earths on it. So I'm kind of curious to see how yours is going to come out with just like since
just
you're not running
back and forth.
Yeah, for like running back and forth to the different cities versus to the other Earths, but I think it'll be good. I'm like I want to see how it'll turn out. I would say then, as far as the script goes, another thing I never ended up mentioning on account of being unalived was that I did want to, one of my thoughts, because, making a fan game takes a while,
right.
And so one of the thoughts that I had was that, like, once the script was done, find somebody who could help, maybe turn it into a comic and put that out on the Discord for free, basically.
There you
Everybody's got the story, right? So you can see how it would go.
For the people that can't play the game.
Well, that's another way to look. I just meant more for okay, because I don't know how, like how much longer the original pitch was. I don't know how much longer we're going to be working on this part. Like how much longer you're going to be doing the actual development part. But yeah, no, that's probably a better way to look at it for people who can't play the game. Then you can read the story and it'll be fun. It would look like I don't know if you ever saw them, those preview images. Like I think when season 1, maybe they did it for season 2 was coming out.
The teaser images that they had for it.
Yeah, well, they took different like parts of a scene and they drew them out, so it looked like they did it in like comic style, and to tease different things for that week's episode, and to kind of have that art style or maybe something a bit more on the realistic-ish side. I think that would be pretty cool. A 5 or 6 issue mini series kind of thing, just going over the story of the game, like a couple of the side quests, whatever fits into the story that you can work into the comic thing. But again, I never got around to finding an artist for that either. So,
yeah.
But yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, you've seen the notes. And I've worked on a bunch of stuff since then. There's a whole bunch of different things that. I worked out, things that I know we've talked about, and I know you threw in some of your own stuff to go in there. A whole bunch of new characters, whole bunch of different ways to kind of explain away how changing season 4 would affect even some of the other shows in the universe.
Right.
Like I don't know if you remember off the top of your head, we had one, and I don't know how specific you want me to get yet, about like a side mission to explain away why Wally, for example, would not be joining the Legends in that season. We had a side mission to say who's taking his place.
Oh yeah, don't spoil it though. Don't spoil it. Don't get specific.
Just give it an idea. Just putting it out there. Hey,
just putting it out there to tease it.
Yeah, teasing a little bit. This stuff that we had, different villains who maybe didn't necessarily interact with the Flash, who maybe came over from other cities, got pushed out by some other superheroes, and now they're trying to stake out some claims in Central City, Firefly. But some people, just some people.
Just some people that will remain unmentioned.
Yeah, just some people like Firefly. Just some people. I don't know.
I hear you saying a name, but like I don't know if anybody else is.
I didn't say Alan Scott Green Lantern. I didn't say that.
Okay, so with the Flash out of the way, we had a whole talk on this. Are you ready for your surprise? Because people don't know this. People don't know I was planning this. I had a surprise for you. I worked on it a little bit. It's for everyone watching. It's a peek into the mind of comic books versus the world. So, are you ready for this surprise?
Yes, I am ready to see something totally organized, structured, and something that makes total sense when you first look at it.
All right, hold on 1 second. Don't talk.
All right. Looks like
All right, we're back. I opened the surprise for you. All right, do you see where we are?
It looks like a house.
It is in fact a house. This is the first setting. This is the first level of a new game I am making for you. So, for the people watching.
Oh, all right.
For the people watching.
Oh, hey, let me redo that. That didn't sound right. Let me go. Oh, here.
Okay, that's better. For the people watching, Comics has pitched me multiple game ideas over the years.
Yes.
Multiple. He's insisted that they're all great ideas, that they will all make tons of money.
No. We're not talking about the one. Are we talking about this one?
So this is a game, and this is a house, right? Nice living room setting over here. This game, or this level, I should say, would take place with a camera angle over like right about.
We are talking about this.
Right about here, right? And so it's set really low to the ground. There'd be like somebody sitting on the couch over there, chilling out. And as you can see, you're real low to the ground, right? So what kind of game is this, you're probably wondering? Well, to answer that question, it's a fighting game. It's a fighting game of some kind that Comics specifically asked me to work on. I said it was dumb, and I wasn't going to do it. But then I thought, Christmas is around the corner. Or maybe his birthday is. I don't know. You don't know when his birthday is. Maybe it is around the corner. But like...
Well, I don't have one anymore, remember.
He's dead, so he has a dead day instead of a birthday. But behold...
Look at that. Yes.
Behold the sock monkey fighting game that he has been begging me to work on. And this is the one that you specified would have water-based attacks.
Yeah.
He's got his pool floaty. He's got his goggles.
Do you want to tell him a little bit about what, some of the stuff that I was running past you to pitch this game to you?
So
or do you want to show them the models and go from there?
Well, this is the only monkey that's included at the moment. Because like I said, I just started working on this. But this is the only monkey. But his name is Poseidon.
Okay, I like it.
Because all the sock monkeys will have... this is a sock monkey I made myself from scratch. I am very proud of him.
Me too. That looks really good.
I came up with the idea that every sock monkey would have a very serious name, despite being a very goofy character. It would be a fighting game that would take itself very seriously, but at the same time not, because all the characters are just sock monkeys that very loosely flop around to fight each other, but they all have special abilities.
That's part of why it's so funny.
Right, and they all have special abilities. So this is Poseidon. He's a water-based sock monkey. He can throw like water at you and like spit bubbles and whatever. And his ultimate move would be like summoning a typhoon to like swallow you up. Like all their moves would be like badass as shit, but they're all sock monkeys. And so that's him. And then I have other ones like a electric like Zeus kind of. They're not all gonna be named after gods, but there's like an electric Zeus sock monkey that has like a sea battery stuck to his back, and he can like shoot electricity at you. And like there's one that has like a lighter that he uses as like a flamethrower. Like I have a whole bunch of like sock monkey ideas, and this one with his pool floaty and like little swim goggles is the water one.
Yes.
And I also am working on the final boss, which is a cat.
Yes. Yeah. Do you have one, or are you gonna do the one with the propeller beanie?
I actually am working on the one with the propeller beanie.
Yes.
And,
okay. So he hasn't said it yet, but so I'm busting a gut. I want to talk about it. Okay.
Talk about it.
So the game idea that I kept pitching to him, what I was telling him was I thought it would be hilarious because sock monkeys look ridiculous. So I said it would be really, really funny to have a sock monkey game where it's like a Street Fighter type, like just 2D, fighting game. You have, they're sock monkeys, and they fight in different parts of this house, and they all have different abilities. Like you can have a normal sock monkey. You can have like this one. He's got like like scuba, and a tube and like an inner tube and a snorkel gear and everything else, and he does like water attacks. You have one that has like a single balloon tied around his waist and a propeller beanie, and so he flies. You have one that's like maybe an older sock monkey and the stitching's not quite right, so he can kind of like put himself back together and use his own parts as weapons. So it like just all over the top and super ridiculous. And I don't know why it's always stuck with me. How long now have I been pitching this idea? It's stuck with me
a good while.
Yeah, and I always thought it was the most ridiculous thing ever. Every time I kept thinking about it, like it just sounds so dumb, but it sounds really like a fun kind of dumb. Like I don't know why. I just think it'd be really, really funny to see. And Gamer Geek kept saying like, no, it's not going to work out. And
here we are.
Look at it. Yeah, look at it though. Look at this right now. You tell me that wouldn't work out. You tell me that this would not be a game you would drop some money on.
I mean, so in all honesty, I asked a friend of mine. I don't even feel bad about name dropping him over this. I asked my friend Nitro if, after presenting the whole game idea to him, I presented everything. Like I have a list of sock monkey ideas and everything. Like I actually have a full roster of characters if you'd like to hear about them. But I presented the whole game to him and asked, would you, yes or no, spend money on it? And he's like, honestly, I would. He said I would pay probably about $10 to play. He's like, I don't like fighting games. He's like, I don't like fighting games, tournament fighters at all. He's like, but because of the concept, I would be willing to pay for it.
See what I tell you?
That alone is what inspired me to make a sock monkey and import him into Unreal Engine 5. And I feel ashamed of myself importing this to Unreal Engine 5. This was something I imported to Unreal Engine 5. I don't know how to feel about that. So if I could, I would love to read you a list of sock monkeys that are coming to the game.
Okay, I'm gonna picture them, but I'm hoping when you do,
I have a descriptor. I have a descriptor for each one.
Well, yeah, no, I got that. I mean, like when you're going through the different sock monkeys, I'm hoping when you edit the video together, that you put like maybe like a crude edit or like a crude like a model or something like a short look of what each sock monkey's gonna look like. For everybody else who maybe isn't as privy to all the information
Okay.
that we have on these sock monkeys. How the nature of how this game's gonna look.
I hope you're excited for this.
I'm very excited. Can't you tell? I'm very excited.
So we have the sock monkey wearing swim goggles and the pool floaty. He'll have multiple skins, including his pool floaty. Like his skins will include different colors for the goggles, and his pool floaty will have a different thing. So right now it's just a basic inner tube. I have inner tube to replace this. It's a flamingo inner tube, and then I have one with flowers on it. I have one with flowers, and then I have one with a duck.
Oh, I was just gonna ask you if you're gonna make one like a big rubber duck.
Yep, and those are his pool floaties. The second sock monkey I had was a sock monkey wearing the propeller beanie and colorful balloons tied to his arms and body. He'll have aerial-based attacks and the ability to float in the air with his jumps. Examples of his attacks will include using his propeller beanie to blow gusts of wind, creating tornadoes, slowing and stunning enemies with directional bursts of stormy winds.
Ooh, I like that. That'll be fun.
And then the next one I have is a sock monkey wearing toy military gear and carrying a toy pop gun. This monkey would have a typical third-person shooter kit using a variety of toy firearms to fight. His arsenal would include a basic pistol, an automatic pop gun rifle, a powerful pump shotgun, and rocket launchers as his ultimate.
Would there
all
be
of
Nerf,
which, yeah, all of them would be like Nerf guns and like pop guns, and one of them, the shotgun, would be a rubber band gun.
Oh, I like that. Does he still like? Because in the version that I pitched you, this one also rode around on a toy rocking horse. Because that also seemed very funny to me. Is he also going to ride around on a like? Is his intro going to be him coming in on a rocking horse?
I don't mind the rocking horse idea. I think that'd be very appropriate for a cowboy. Maybe like a cowboy sock monkey.
Yeah.
But I have the next one, the sock monkey carrying a lighter and wearing a welder's mask. This monkey would have fire-based abilities and would utilize the lighter as if it were a flamethrower. Examples of his attacks include shooting fireballs from his lighter, creating explosions, shooting a short-ranged flamethrower stream, and lighting himself on fire to deal additional damage.
I think it should also be singed. Like I don't know how much.
Oh yeah, like real like burnt at the edges of his like stitching.
Yeah, have like a couple burn marks on there.
I like that. I like
really
that.
Sell that idea. I think that'd be good. Maybe carry around some lighter fluid. Why not? Then he can have like a range thing. He could put the lighter down, jump on the bottle, and squirt some lighter fluid.
Oh, there you go. And then last but not least, a sock monkey holding a severed electrical plug as if it were a staff and wrapped in glowing copper wiring. This monkey would have electric-based attacks and would inexplicably be able to control electricity with his wall plug. Examples of his attacks include shooting streams of electricity, calling down lightning strikes, stunning enemies with quick jolts of electricity, and activating the C battery stuck to his back to power the copper wiring on his body, making him damaging to the touch. So you can still fight him. You can still fight him, but you'll take damage while you're doing it.
Yeah, I like that one. I like all of those. I'm so excited to see the sock monkeys.
So the sock monkey game is good to go.
I'm definitely very, very excited. Now, are they gonna have tails? Or
they will have tails. His tail is just not included in his body. I made a tail. It's literally just the same as the legs, just obviously just as a tail. I didn't include it because I didn't want to rig it as part of his skeleton. What I was going to do is attach it to his butt and then just add cloth physics to it so that it just kind of flops around behind him. But I was going to make it, because I know you like things that are poorly put together, so I was going to make it really bad, like collision, so that when you like put it on him, sometimes it'll just like flail around helplessly.
Yeah, put like ragdoll physics on the tail.
Ragdoll physics.
Yeah.
So it'll just be like bouncing around behind him uncontrollably. I think that will really sell the look you're going for this game.
I think so too. But then you also have to have like, I don't know if how long you've thought about this yet, but
I've been thinking about this.
But I think it would be funny too if you had if the maybe the up air on the on the monkeys, or maybe like I don't know, like so anyway, when you want to hit somebody into the air, right, and you do basically like, you remember in the Godzilla games Like when you're getting ready, when you're on the ground and you want to hit somebody, you want to knock somebody in the air, and Godzilla would use his tail, right?
Oh
And just
yeah,
yeah. So do that, but with sock monkeys.
yeah. Boy, Soccer use their tails as the up air.
Yeah.
I like it.
Or maybe,
I like
or
that
maybe
idea.
they do a cool flip, like when they're in the air and you want to hit somebody back down. They do this flip and they swing the tail over, so they spin in a circle and they do this tail flip and they smack them with the tail back down to the ground and it makes them bounce and it sets them up for a combo.
That is a good combo idea. But yeah, this is something I actually put a lot of time into making. Hey, Sock Monkey. I hope you understand. I put money and time and blood and sweat and tears into this, except minus all of those things. So I didn't put any of that into this. I was
gonna say that would make it way funnier.
I put like 30 minutes into making a Sock Monkey and then put a swim goggle model and inner tube on him. But I wanted the idea of like the title for it, right? Like it's gonna have like a title screen, you know, like a little splash page title for it. So the title of the game, because I know you didn't really pitch a title to me, right? You just pitched a Sock Monkey fighting game. So
Yeah, I mean, I went with Sock Monkey Fighter, but I think there's probably a better title out there.
went with Super Sock Monkey Fighter.
Well, I like that even better.
And then the
Super
DLC,
really
because I would release extra monkey fighters as DLCs, and the extra fighters would be called, instead of DLC, it would be Extra Fluff.
Yeah, that's good. I like that one.
And so, yep, this is the Sock Monkey game of your dreams. I want everyone watching to know this was a dream game that he was asking me to work on, and now I'm working on it. Sock Monkey Fighter.
Yes. Super Sock Monkey Fighter.
Super Sock Monkey Fighter. There it is.
We need to find either of those guys that did the intro for the Smash Brothers game. See if we can get them to do that.
Pay him to announce Sock Monkeys. I think there's a better use of our money, but at the same time, I actually want to do that.
Yeah, do that. Or you know what? Hey,
Look at that face. Look at that face right there.
Yeah,
Face
what was
that's a
the
face
other
of
one?
pure,
Yeah, look at.
just pure evil.
I like the tube going into his nose. But it fits. I think the whole thing.
Yeah, look, it looks good.
Yeah, it works. I like it. I'm very excited. Now, when can you tease for everybody watching this for the amazing game that will be
Super Sock Monkey Fighter?
Super Sock Monkey Fighter. When is a beta gonna come out?
I will try to have a beta for you by Christmas.
By Christmas.
I will
Okay,
try
you
to
hear
have a
that,
beta
everybody?
for you by Christmas.
By Christmas, it's going to be out there for everybody to play. A beta.
Super Sock Monkey Fighter.
Yes.
I hope you're satisfied with what I've shown you. I hope the surprise was worth it.
This is already like the funniest thing I think I've seen all day.
So there you guys have it. That was a great video. We have the fact that comic books is dead, but at the same time not really. He's a ghost. We have excellent news for the Flash game and Unreal Engine 5, and now we have Comic Books versus the World is his dream game coming to life right before your eyes. Sock Monkey Fighter.
I died again from sheer excitement.
When this game comes out, you have to change your screen name to Sock Monkeys versus the World.
Yeah, that's it. You know what? That's the other thing. I know we said earlier somebody watching this video is going to turn it into gonna do the Ghostbusters logo, but with the Dr. Deadpool look.
Right.
Now somebody else is gonna do. I don't know. They're gonna come up with some kind of new channel icon I can use, but with a bunch of sock monkeys in it.
I sincerely hope they do.
No, a Dr. Deadpool sock monkey. There you go.
A Dr. Deadpool sock monkey. Yes,
There
I
you
will
go.
include that as a skin. I will find your favorite sock monkey. Once all of them are done, we'll find your favorite sock monkey, and we'll make a Dr. Deadpool sock monkey skin.
That works. I like it. I like it a lot.
All right, before we wrap up the video, comics, is there any theories you want to throw out for the people that have been starving for information from you?
Any theories on
Any
on
theories?
which part?
Anything? Flash, The Boys, I remember you said you were working on. People have been starving for information from you. Throw out any information so that these people can have some level of closure on a theory or whatever. People have been asking about Flash Season 8, how the hell Reverse Flashpoint works, how the hell timelines get reset. People have been asking about whether or not you're alive. Like, answer any questions. Here, now, go.
All right. Well, let's start with the first one. I'm not alive. I'm unalived, and
That's
you've
right.
been leaving clues in all of your videos.
I have.
To point to that. So we've already established that one.
That is true.
Yeah, that's true. No, I do have a couple of theories. So I had a couple of theories about the boys, assuming that we were going to get to. I think they said it was going to wrap up with season 5, or the thought was it was going to wrap up with season 5 because they didn't have. Like the initial pitch, I think, was to go to season 5. So my thought was they were going to kill Homelander by the end of this coming season, right? Because that's season 4. And then Butcher would basically be the bad guy for season 5, because that's kind of how that worked in the comics. If anybody read those comics, I hope you didn't, because they were garbage.
The comics were weird.
They were bad. They were pretty bad. But I think if they do just go to season 5, if they don't go past that, which I'm not even sure if they would, because this is a big moneymaker for Amazon right now, I think that it would be Homelander dies in season 4, and they go with Butcher as the bad guy in season 5. They just swap those two. Let's see, what else did I have going on? I think that I did work on some more stuff for the Flash game, stuff that I didn't tell you to include a bit more. There was going to be there is a big Black Flash chase. I definitely reworked a bunch of those lines to make that scene a lot scarier and fit a lot better. Definitely references another Flash story. The issue number of which escapes me right now, but it was when Wally gets to the end of time and gets the Black.
So when death no longer has any meaning.
Yeah, except that doesn't necessarily pan out so great, maybe, or maybe not.
Or maybe not. That's right.
Or maybe not. Yeah, who knows? Ooh. But yeah, so there's definitely been some movement. I know I haven't updated everybody, even you, a whole bunch on what the state of the script is, but it has been worked on, and it is still being worked on. So that's still a thing. It is still moving forward. So he's not just shooting in the dark. He's not just making up his own stuff.
Or maybe I am.
Do what?
I said, or maybe I am.
Or maybe you are. Who knows? Nobody's allowed to know anymore. That's nobody's allowed to know.
That's right. I'm not allowed to know what I'm working on.
Yeah, even you're not allowed to know what you're working on.
Yep. It's unfortunate.
Yep. I had a couple more. Let's see. I think I had one off the top of my head. I had a video I was doing for the Invincible show. Did you ever get around to watching that?
I did watch Invincible.
It was good, right?
I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, and they are doing another one. They're doing another season. I don't know if you saw some of the other updates that came out, though. They're doing video games. They're doing, I think, like more comics, books, just a whole bunch of, like, they're expanding. They're really trying to turn that into the next big franchise. So I had a couple more about, just how later seasons are going to work, maybe some more power scaling, how, from what we've seen from Battle Beast so far, how he scales up to some of the other Viltrumites, and, how that's going to go. But I don't have any of those numbers in front of me, so I'm just going to ramble about it for a little bit and make it sound like I know what I'm talking about still.
That's right.
Yeah, but I did, so yeah, I guess the main takeaway should be that I did and do still have stuff to put together. I can come back, or I would come back at any time if I can get a handle on this day job stuff. So should be the main takeaway. Where has comics been this whole time? Unalived, but in actuality unalived because of day job.
Because of day job.
Yeah, because of day job. Real me is alive. The Dr. Comics is unalived because of day job.
But see, I know it's exciting for everybody that you're actually in this video, because I've done a lot. I know, and I want to address this. I know I've done a lot of fake outs in the past saying, like, you're in a video, and it's just like the Gamer Geek skull with a Deadpool mask kind of draped over it. Yeah. So I even told a friend of mine who wanted me to let you know that he's a former fan and thinks you're big gay. He wanted me to tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dumb. He was begging me to tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah, but, like, what were we talking about?
Like, your friend called me big gay.
I forgot where I was going with this. I got so sidetracked with him begging me to tell you that I completely lost track of what I was talking about.
what were we telling you? So you were telling me
Oh.
you were doing fake outs.
Oh, right. So I told him that I was filming this video with you, and
Yeah.
he's like, oh, okay, cool. And he stopped and went, is it actually him, or is it like a skeleton with a mask on it or something? I was like, no, it's actually him. He's like, I don't believe you. Like, he's like, you've done this like 3 times where you've said, oh, it's really him, and then it's not him.
But see, now you need to do a fake out when you edit the video together. Say that it's going to be me, and you cut away to the skeleton, and then you leave it there for like a minute, and then the skeleton gets up and starts talking. Or it just cuts away to, I don't know, you put a Dr. Deadpool with a headset on, and you just keep cutting back to that picture when I start talking.
Okay. Instead of doing any of that, I could just upload this conversation uncut, which is what I planned on doing to begin with.
Well, you could do that too, but I like my idea. It's funnier.
All right.
You put the fake out, and he's like, I knew it. And
I knew it. Like, he's like, holy shit, it's real.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing Comic Books vs. the World alive again, but not really. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about comics, don't bother leaving them because he's unalive at the moment and will not answer any of them. Except he might. I don't know. Maybe he's in the comment section right now. Maybe he isn't. You don't know.
That's right. I lurk all the time. Or maybe
he does
I don't.
lurk. Or maybe he doesn't.
Or maybe I don't.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and we'll see you all in the next one.
All right. See you later.